Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Geekscape. First of all, a very happy new year to all of you. Today, I am going to show you how to install Android Studio. And after that, I'm also going to create a simple Hello World Android project and how you can run that on your Android phone. So I'm going to show you all of that so that you can run your app on your Android phone itself, so that you don't need any sort of virtual device on your desktop. So that will save a lot of space on your device and also will able to see a good performance on your Android Studio. All right, so let's dive into our video and see how you can easily install Android Studio. All right, so for that, first you need to go to your favorite browser and into this bar you need to just simply search with Android Studio, then download and hit enter, and this will show you this download Android Studio and app tools for Android developers. So you need to open that and it's going to redirect to the official site of Android. So here we are in Android Studio page. So this link I'm going to put right in our description, and here you can see that our latest version of Android is Android Studio Hedgehog, and here you need to click on this download Android Studio Hedgehog. So you click on that, it's going to show you this terms and condition page. You need to scroll down and you need to accept this license agreement and you need to click on this download button. When you click on that, it's going to start downloading our latest version of Android Studio. So I have already downloaded it, so I'll cancel this. I'll go to my download directory, and here you can see that the same version is already been downloaded over here. So you have to just simply double click on the installer in order to install it locally on our system, and it's going to ask you for administrative privileges. Just simply click on yes, and there you go. Welcome to Android Studio setup. So let's minimize your download directory first and browser as well, and here you need to just simply click on next. So here the point that I was talking about, so here it is telling that whether you'd like to install Android virtual device as well. As I have told you, we are not going to use any virtual device. We'll use our Android phone itself to test our Android project that we are going to create. All right, so as soon as we uncheck that, you can see that space required is currently 2.6. When you check that, it was 3.6, right? So 1 GB of space we are immediately reducing. So now you need to just simply click on next over here. So this is where our Android Studio is going to be installed, which is fine. Click on next, and they're going to create Android Studio folder, which is again fine. Click on next, and there you go. Our installation is rightly began. So let's wait for some time. It will take some time, 3 to 4 minutes. So once we are done with that, I'm going to again come back to this video. Yep. So we'll come back, and now you will clearly see that our Android Studio setup is successfully completed. So you can just simply click on next. So start Android Studio is selected, click on finish. So that will open our Android Studio. Before that, it will ask you whether you'd like to import previous settings. So I haven't installed Android Studio before here, so I select do not import settings, click on OK. And it will ask you whether you'd like to help Android Studio to send some anonymous data. You can click on send user statistics to Google also, not a problem. For now, I'll just simply click on don't send. And here is our Android Studio setup wizard. So here first thing that you need to do is you need to click on next, and here it is asking that what type of installation you'd like to do, whether you'd like to do the standard installation or you like to do the customized installation. So as I have told you, we are going to use our Android phone itself, right? We don't want to install all the components and everything so that it becomes bulky. We want it to be light. We only need to meet our purpose, right? So I'm going to choose custom installation and click on next. And here it is telling that what are all it will be installed. So it include Android SDK, that is very important, along with Android 14.0. So this is also important, that API and all. And now the other three are related to virtual device and emulator. All right, so as I was talking, you need to uncheck that, right? We're not going to use any virtual device. As soon as we uncheck that, you can see that 1.44 gigabyte of space we are reducing, right? Only Android SDK will need, that's a very important, and the APIs. So this is fine now. Just simply click on next and click next to proceed. Click on next. So these are all going to be installed. Fine. Click on next. Accept the license agreement. Then click on over here. Again accept the license agreement. Then click on next. Then again accept and click on finish. So now it will start the real download and real installation will just begin. Okay, so you need to have active internet connection. So as you can see, it is fetching a lot of files from internet and installing it locally on our system. So Android SDK APIs and all that will get installed now. So this will take significant amount of time. So once we are done with this, I'm going to again come back to this video. So we'll come back. And now you can clearly see that it is installed. So our Android SDK is up to date. Click on finish over here and welcome to Android Studio. So let's maximize this, and here I'm going to click on this new project. So this will open this new project window. From here I'm going to choose empty activity, click on next, and here I'm going to give a project name. So let's give the project name as Hello Android. And you can see that our package name is also properly set, so which is com.example.helloandroid, and location is also fine. So minimum SDK is Android version 7.0, which is fine. So you can see that it will support 96.3% of all the available devices. Alright, and we are going to use Kotlin. So everything is fine. Just simply click on finish over here. And there you go. You can see that our Hello Android project is rightly started launching. So what's doing Hedgehog? So this is our welcome note. Let's maximize it, and it is now started to set up, right? So if this type of pop-up comes, so you can just simply click on allow, and you can see it is started building our Gradle. So this is very important. Again, it will again going to first download our Gradle and going to install it locally on our system. So you need to have active internet connection, and it's going to also take some time. All right. So once we are done with all these things, so setting up the component and everything, libraries. So once we are done with all that, I'm going to again come back to this video. So if you see, like, it is taking a lot of time. Like here also it is telling that sync is taking a significant amount of time to download all dependencies. So what all I'm going to say is, like, don't worry, okay? So this is totally normal. So this downloading of all the dependencies, then setting all that actually takes time in Android Studio. Okay, so don't worry. Have some patience. You can grab coffee or anything, and have some patience. That's all I want to say. So finally, now it is all done. So you can see we no longer running anything over here. So it's properly opened. Our project is properly opened over here on the left side. So we can close this message for now. So here is our project. So we are developing it is in Kotlin. So Kotlin, then main activity.kt, that is the Kotlin file, is already been opened over here, right? So here is our code. So if you click on this split screen, it's going to show you the design over here. So for that, first you need to click on this build and refresh, and it's going to start building our project, and it's going to show you the design part over here. So let's wait for a minute, and there you go. You can see the output, right? Hello Android. So basically, I am using i3 processor, i3 11th generation processor. So as many of my students are keep on asking that, sir, I have i3, so whether I'll be able to install Android Studio, whether I'll be able to run Android Studio and all that. So yes, you can do that. Okay, I am currently doing in i3 itself, so you can do that. So only thing is, probably you will need SSD. SSD will be very helpful, as probably if you are using hard disk, then you might see some sort of lag issue. But if you are using SSD, I would say it is totally fine. SSD 8 GB of RAM and i3 11th gen or 10th gen will actually do. All right. So yeah, so here you can see the Hello Android on the design plate. So let's say you want to change something here. Like let's say we have hello, right? So let's say we want to change with hello instead of hello. Let's say we are changing with hi. So as we change that, immediately you can see it is compiling, and here it is loading, and you can see the